What is up, guys? Today we have an extremely big news, and that has everything to do with the brand new assembly plant in Kulim, Kedah. This is for Porsche, and it is a standalone facility only for Porsche. Now, this is the very first Porsche assembly plant outside of Europe, so for once we have a big car company choosing Malaysia as its main base instead of Thailand and Indonesia. And it just happens to be Porsche, which is one of the most renowned car brand in the world, so yay! So what this facility used to be was an old low-tech warehouse that they have converted into a very high-tech production plant for Porsche Cayenne. Now, only one variant of the Cayenne will be locally assembled for now, and that is the base Cayenne, the 3-liter V6. All the other models, the S, the GTS, the Cayenne Turbo, the Cayenne Coupe, those will remain as CBU units. And so far, there are no plans to introduce the Macan CKD just yet. Now, the facility itself is specially curated so it matches Porsche's global manufacturing design. So you have nice walls on the outside, and between the walls there are insulating materials so the plant doesn't consume excessive amounts of energy. And in line with Porsche's Going Green initiative, the roof is lined with solar panels, and they also have rainwater harvesting technologies for the toilets and the watering of the plants. And there is also a rain shower facility where they test the water tightness of the Cayenne. Now, of course, this being a production plant, we can't show you the inner workings of the production line, but what I can tell you is the body comes straight from Europe, so it's a 17,000 kilometer journey by land and sea. So the body arrives here bare before being assembled completely by our fellow Malaysians. That is right, the plant is 100% staffed with Malaysians. Now, according to Porsche and BMW, the quality control processes are identical to its mother plant in Europe, so rest assured the car you're getting will be properly tested, it will be properly built, and it will probably not disappoint you. This being a CKD Cayenne, there are 6 modules that are sourced locally, without one of which the car cannot be complete. So that includes the front end module, the front and rear axles, which is by ZF, and there is also the head unit as well as the center console piece, which is supplied locally by Clarion. So this is all really interesting stuff, and while we were at the plant, we got to see them assemble everything from scratch, like the window panels, the doors, the powertrain, the axles, the gearbox, and it was quite interesting, and the machineries there really looks legit. So yeah, it is a complete standalone facility. It's not shared with any other brands. This is Porsche's own building, and it looks pretty neat. There is also a test track outside for them to test the Cayenne once it's completely built, and every day they'll take a random sample of a Cayenne to be audited. So it's a pretty stringent process, and I think it's legit lah. I mean, I've seen it with my own eyes. There's no bluffing the process, and it's all pretty good. Okay, so production aside, let's talk about the cars. Like I said earlier, the Cayenne is the only model to be built. The rest will be completely imported from Europe. But Porsche and BMW did say that they must first learn to walk before they can run. So this is hinting at future plans to assemble further models of the Cayenne and possibly the next generation Macan, or even the current generation Macan facelift. As we know, there are no plans to build the sports cars here, so you can keep your fingers crossed, just pray to the gods or whatever. It's not going to come here soon, but as far as we know, their best-selling cars, which is the Macan and the Cayenne, will likely be built here further down the line. There are also plans to export to the ASEAN region, although this was not mentioned specifically in the press conference, but there are plans because Porsche Asia Pacific covers about 13 ASEAN markets, and that is also an interesting prospect. So right now, the base Cayenne is the only one you can buy, and it starts from 550,000 ringgit. That is about 115,000 ringgit less from the CBU base Cayenne, but the plus side is the equipment list is now slightly more enhanced, and you get 21-inch RS Spider design wheels, the whole works. The downside, I think, is that your color options are only 3, so it's white, quartzite gray, and jet black metallic. The white being Carrera white. All are metallic colors. You don't get anything more than that, so that's the only downside in my books. But in terms of the value for money, I think it's pretty good. You can also spec a nice wristwatch, a Porsche design timepiece to go with your car, and a bunch of other accessories. So go on to paultan.org where you will find more details on the Cayenne, or you can also check out carbase.my for the full breakdown of its spec sheet. So yeah, let us know what you think of this big milestone. I think it's a historic moment in the Malaysian automotive scene. This is something to be celebrated by not just Malaysians in general, but also by the people involved. I think it's a really nice initiative. Yeah, let us know what you think in the comment section below, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.